I mean, if you saw these two handsome mugs in a bar, wouldn't you want to come and talk to us?
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Hi everyone. We are doing a marbles update. Today we're going to go over Comm Keys. This is by popular demand. For those of you who don't know how to use the basic track builder, we already have a video for that, so make sure you check it out. I'll have it pop out over there in the YouTube. But yeah, make sure you guys check it out. We got a couple of videos already on how to use the basics of the track builder, so we won't go over everything, but I will try to at least go over the things that you will need to know in order to work with Comm Keys in the game, in the bot builder. There, I believe, are only 3 pieces in the track builder that are technically, that use Comm Keys, but a lot of pieces in general, when you pull them out, let's say one of the more familiar pieces, the elevator piece, like a lot of pieces in general have this little box that pops up, right? This is like a little property edit. Most pieces, if they don't have anything like that, they don't, like, no box pops up, right? But a lot of pieces have this property edit, right? And this allows you to change a lot of the different things and properties, quote unquote, of the object, so to speak. Like for the elevator piece, it allows you to make it a longer piece or shorter piece. It lets you change the height. It lets you change how fast the marbles are pushed through the lift power over here. I see at the bottom, it says lift power. That lets you control how fast marbles go through and are pushed up the elevator. Let me see if I can demonstrate it. But right now it's kind of slow. All right, you see how it moves up really slow. And then let's change that and ramp it real up high. Oh, and see how fast it comes out, right? Woo! So a lot of pieces in general already have a property box that pops up. What we're interested are the 3 pieces in the track builder that have properties that have this thing called Comm Keys, right? And this is like one of the more confusing things. So the first piece we ever had with Comm Keys was this. The flat piece. The flat piece is very dynamic. It changes in many different ways. There's several different variants of it. You could play around with it. It's often used to do things like to do kind of almost like MSLA style loop tracks. You'll see a lot of that. People, when aesthetically pleasing, most commonly used thing for this piece, if it's not for like a track kind of thing, is people use it for letters a lot. When they want to like write letters on like big words, like let's say want to give a shout out to somebody like a streamer or whatever, they inevitably always use this piece. This piece is like, that's what it's used for. It's also good if you flip it around and make flat pieces, but that's not what we're using it for, right? That's not what we're here. We're here for, so you have different variants right here. We're here for this thing called Comm Keys. It's down here, it's the bottom in the middle, but it's like 3 up from the bottom, right? And that is how you essentially communicate between pieces. What's great about this piece is what's really interesting is it is flat, right? So when you drop a marble on it, it does not move. What are you doing, GJC? Nothing, right? It doesn't move. It's completely flat. But what's interesting is it has this cool little like thing that you could do boosters on it. It'll put boosters, and I'm sure you've seen it. The boosters have different lights to it, and it'll push. The little boost like wave will push your marble along the flat piece. So let's take 2 pieces right now. Remember, when we want to make 2 pieces of something of the same thing attached to each other, we can always use this button. Now we got 2, right? So for that to work, you need to understand Comm Keys, right? So right now, you can see on the box, it says the Comm Key is set to 0.0. That's the default. This one is set to 0 and 0. So you know that these 2 are linked. Well, let's just, for our purposes, let's put it to 1. So that way we can understand how to use this bar a little. So both of these pieces are now set to 1, right? Now you'll see next on the top, the first box that's over here on the second line, it says is a spawn. And it says disabled. What you want to do for this type of comm key for it to work is you want it to click enable. All right. So now you have a start piece where the pulse will spawn, and now you want an end piece, right, to tell it where to go after it spawns and where it'll end the pulse. So we'll turn again. We just double check to make sure it's on the right comm key as the start piece. It's the 1 1. We're on the right comm key. Then we have is it the leader? We'll click that on. Oh, and now you see it. The pulse is out. You can see that kind of clearly. I even changed it to a darker skybox so you can see it better. Look at that. Now, what's great about these this piece also with the comm keys and the boost is you could change how much boost power there is to it, and you could also change the color. So right now, I think it's at its standard. It's not like a. It's like barely noticeable on this boost. Yeah, see, it's very, okay, there you go. It's starting to push it more now. Yeah, you see? But you can change it. You can make it even stronger. You can just keep it at the default. Whoa, that's the huge difference it goes. So that's how that boost thing works. What's also fun about it, and you'll see a lot of people do cool visual things about it, is that they will change the color. You see that bottom line right there is the color, and you can decide to make the boost a different color if you want. I'm not sure how many variants there are. There are 5 different colors you can choose from, apparently. Oh, there you go. So you can change the boost color. And that actually leads to a lot of the cool visual effects you'll see on some of the blur tracks or the dark blacklight tracks, as they say, where you'll see cool colors and stuff like that. It's not always cubes or lasers that actually are doing it. A lot of the time, it's these boosts, right? Now, what's really interesting about the boost is that it's like incredibly intelligent. It doesn't need to stay attached to each other for it to follow it. You see how it almost has like a ghost of a look as it flies through the space? And that's not even when it's attached. It'll follow it no matter where you put it. The axis doesn't matter. It doesn't really even need to be in a straight line. So you could put it at a diagonal. It'll still follow it. What's even more interesting is that if I decide that I can always have 2 spawn pieces that both want to go to that same end piece. And you'll see I copied this exact same piece. It has the same comm key, has the same boosts, same color. It's a clone of it, but I moved it towards the side, and look at that effect that it gives it. Like now both of these are falling towards its own comm key, the same comm key. Now let's say I want to make this one, I don't want it to do the same thing. I don't want it to follow that comm key, right? So what we could do is I could make a quick copy of this one. Now see, it's really confused, right? It's like, okay, there's 2 end pieces. Which one do I follow? It still goes towards the original, right? Well, let's say I don't want it to go toward this new one that I spawned. I don't want it to go towards that original. I say I want to make it comm key number 2. And I want this one to be now comm key number 2. Oh, now it's already diverting its boost towards that new end piece. So that's how comm keys work with the flat piece. And this is very, it's actually kind of useful in many tricky ways. And I'll tell you a situation where it'll happen is sometimes, let's say you build a track and you realize that it's like a very slow incline and you just want a tiny little boost to move your marbles along. It's great to hide like this piece underneath your main track. Let me see if I have a track that can demonstrate that. Where's Dark Man's track? So Dark Man's track is like a tilt track, right? And it's very, very flat looking. So as you'll see here, I actually had a lot of problems with marbles getting stuck at this end piece. towards the end here, as they had to make this 90-degree turn on the track. So I decided that boosts weren't even enough. There were still marbles getting stuck, right, in between the boosts too. So the best idea in the end was to hide a boost flat piece underneath this main track and push it towards my end piece in the direction that I wanted to go. And you see how it's doing that? So there's actually a hidden boost track. 2 boost pieces, one on each end of the track. And that's like a quick little way for you to like not even to use the boost, but not even to have it as like the track. You could just tell it to, you could just hide it under your main track and have the boost effect anyways. All right, more Comm Keys. So that's the boost. After that, we have the next object that had a Comm Key that came out, I believe, was the portal. Ooh. Portals are very, like, there's a lot of settings for portals. So portals have, of course, the first thing that you see is Comm Keys. Second thing is custom velocity, I believe. There's rotating. Oh no, wait, it's an exit. Sorry, the first one is an exit. Sorry, it says is exit enabled. So in order to have portals work, you need 2, because you need one that goes in and one that goes out, at least. So let's just do a basic track with a couple of portals. Basic track. And we'll have one that's over here. I like to get the portals nice and narrow, so maybe we'll put give them a thin little following in there. Yeah, this will work. There we go. All right, so notice our first portal is already set to it's set to Comm Key 0, but for our purposes, just so you know how to use it, we set it to 1. Okay. So that's going to be the ending, the entrance for our portal. Let's make a copy of this real quick. Yeah, and we'll make it bridge this little gap, right? So we want it to go over to the other side. I'm going to make a copy of this. And to do that, you could just hold Alt and then drag the piece along one of its axes, and that's how you make a copy of an item. But you don't have to do it that way too. I guess you could just come back to it just seems really slow to always come back to the main menu to grab an item, but you could do that too. Okay, so let's place it over the next track, next part of the track. Make sure we get the Comm Key set the same, so Comm Key 1, turn it into an exit, and it should work. Let's test this out. Hopefully I don't embarrass myself. Oh, that's an embarrassment. Up. Put it down a little more. Make sure they go through the Stargate. There we go. There we go. Let's try that again. Take 2. Oh, there we go. And they come out the other side. Sometimes it's easy for you to like get these portal pieces flipped around. You forget which way it's facing, but just test it out to see if it works or not. I know when you like sometimes lay them horizontal or another angle or whatever, you forget which way's the entrance and not. You're just gonna have to test it out sometimes. I forget too. It also has custom velocity. So if you wanted to move faster, right now I think it's at the default velocity. But let's say I wanted to go faster. I think we can do custom velocity and like turn it up. Let's try it. Yeah, there we go. So on the entrance portal, you turn up the custom velocity and it'll shoot it out at a faster speed or whatever speed you want. Look at that. It will also let you change. It will let you change like so that the portal rotates too. You can click that box. It's the third box down. I'll let you rotate it. You can change which direction it rotates as well by clicking this last box. Okay, so what happens when we use multiple portals, right? Like how does that work? So we'll work on both ways, right? Let's say we want one portal to go to one entrance portal to go to two different ones. So you have two separate lanes. So you keep the first entrance comm key 1. Make a quick copy of it. And then we'll make another copy of it. So now there's a possibility when it goes through this, it'll go through one of these 50-50, right? And it's that easy for it to do a split. So now you have two different portals that one entrance can possibly go in. And then we check, make sure they're both considered exits. Now, oh, some of them are falling. So now you can see there is a possibility, a 50-50 chance that it'll go through. And this will work with as many of these different exits as you want. You can make like tons of these. And this is how you could make copies of different exits. And now you have 4, right? So there's a chance it can be any of these 4. So that's how you do one entrance to 4 exits. All right. How do we flip that around? We want 1 exit, 4 entrances. Four entrances, right? 1 exit. Same thing. Make a quick copy of all of them. Make sure the comm key is set to the same thing. All the same comm key. Now all 4 lanes are going to exit that same portal. You could even really change it up and have a lot of fun too, right? Like you could have 4-4. An easy combination of 4-4. And now these marbles can be all over the place, right? Now there's a chance that this one marble can come over here to the bottom lane or the whatever. All sorts of crazy things could happen now. All right. And this is all about just changing your comm keys. All right. And it's easy to do that too. Let's say we want to change this one then to like Comm Key 2. And this one to Comm Key 2. And we'll make, I don't know, we'll make this exit Comm Key 2 as well. And maybe this center one Comm Key 2. Oh, we have some marble stuck. Yeah, you get the general idea. So it's like a good, let's see, we'll go to a good example. Where you can like make use of different portals. Different Comm Keys. And I'll show you. Let me change the skybox so you can see better. This is my version of portals that I did for Gwen. Right? So there's one entrance. Comm Key 1. Where it comes to the narrow end, exits into one of these other Comm Key 1s. Down here is a Comm Key 2. Comm Key 2 exits that way into Comm Key 3. So you could really see how you can make an elaborate series of portals going from place to place. Eventually, they all come out here. Some of these Comm Keys have higher velocity than others, or portals have higher velocity towards the end. So as it builds up and shoots out, there's a possibility that it gets a dunk, right? Oh, there they go. It's like a fun effect that the portals can do. And then we have one last one. Which is the latest one with the Comm Keys. And that's the gates. They look like obstacle pieces, but they're not. It's all the way down there. It's the newest, like one of the newest pieces. It's these gates. And what they work is they work in pairs as well. So you have a trigger piece and a gate piece that opens and closes, right? There we go. First, you'll need a trigger piece. This is the piece that your marble passes by in order to trigger the gate from opening and closing. All right, so you'll see first thing you can pick, of course, is Comm Keys. Just for our purposes, we'll make them both 1. So you see how it works. Make this a trigger piece so that when this comes by, it'll open up this gate, right? There you go. And that's how gates work. Obviously, it doesn't really make any, well, not obviously, but it doesn't really make sense for you to have a trigger piece that is like on the same line, right? The whole point of having a trigger piece for this scenario is that it's like somewhere else, right? It's not that it's here. You don't want it here. You want it so that like maybe a separate lane that's out there. You know, you want to make sure that it doesn't. Here, let's do something fun, creative. Demonstrate that scenario. So we'll have like a 2-lane street, right? Wait a minute. Attach, there we go. What is it? Okay, so you have like a 2-lane thing, like this, right? And you're like, oh, I don't want the ones on the left to get by before the ones on the right. So in that scenario, then maybe you put a gate on the ones on the right. That's the trigger, right? So use a trigger. Make sure the comm key is the same. Drop some marbles. So these marbles are stuck here. They can't get through. And they're like, oh man, what are we gonna do? And they can't get past until these guys come over. Oh, yay, we're free. Free at last. Okay. So that's how those work. There's also, you could set it as a closer as well. So the way it works then is that this is like when it's a closer. That means that when a trigger goes by the marble goes by the trigger, your gate that's open closes. So opposites. Interesting. Okay. And I think that's it for all the tracks that have comm keys. Okay, so you have closer and opener. Hi, Sesmita. I think that's it. That was a short little tutorial on how to use comm keys. Let's go to Marble Events of the Week. The calendar now has events that you can apply for to get your, if you have events, you can apply for it to be on the official Marbles calendar. Like CSAS Meta's got an official event. You can see it's on the Wednesday. So if you want, if you have you're hosting an event or you're trying to do an event, a Marbles event, you can now apply in the Discord channel and talk to Enders. Like there's a sign-up sheet. Hi, Panther Gal. There's a sign-up sheet that you could put your event in. Kind of cool. We put ours in there. Strange Tangent did, as you can see. Nomad put his in today, which is going on right now. So Strange Tangent has got one tomorrow. It's starting at noon. Let's look at what it is real quick. Details. Why do cows have hooves instead of feet? Because they lactose. What? Was that a dad joke? Oh, it's an event that he's raising for animals. Yes, it's for the event that a lot of us are doing, the Humane Society. Wonderful. So Strange Tangent, noon to 6 p.m. Tomorrow, Tuesday, April 13th. All right. Let's go down the line of our normal events of the week. This guy. Every Monday with this guy. Make sure you're there. Raw Talk, where he gets raw. It's usually Spoo. It's Spoo and like a different host. It rotates. Sometimes it's Pixel every other week. Sometimes it's other people coming on to talk about all things Marbles. Make sure you're there every single Monday. I believe it is at 10 Eastern in the morning. It's usually It's usually Monday morning. So make sure you're there. Got any questions for Pixel or Spoo or whoever is there, you can ask. Mondays is also Record Hunters, 2 p.m. Eastern. Hosted by this invisible blurry dude and Baxcast. Yeah, let me get the fist out there. Let me give you a fist me, bro. Baxcast and this invisible guy named Shens. Make sure you guys are there. Lots of fun. Set records, get coins. It's that easy. I believe they're giving out the special loot coins right now, the dev coins, and also turning coins nowadays. So there's a lot of these events now. You'll be able to get the special coins. See, Panther Gal says mine tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I'll send you the little thing I made. Okay, sounds good. Make sure you guys check out Panther Gal, who's also raising money for Humane Society. A lot of us are doing it. It's a great cause. On Monday, also, this right here, Marbles on Stream weekly update every Monday on this channel, GJC327. Make sure you're here. where we talk about all things marbles. Next week, I'm going to do something that I've been wanting to do, but I just don't know if anyone would watch it. But I think you would be curious. Is I'm going to do like an hour of grinding the racer side to show you how incredibly difficult it is to juggle energy. And we're going to just try to juggle energy for like an hour or two to see, just to show you like what like the average competitive grinder has to go through and how difficult it is, so that people out there who have never done it have like an appreciation for it. All right, so we'll have like, I'll show you what I used to do. Me, Steeman, grandmas, all those crazy grinders back in the day, we had like, we would stream and play at the same time. And what would happen was we always show our browsers and you'd see like 50 tabs, right? Or 15 tabs, right? So back in the day, I didn't mind showing people's browser. I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm going to find my grinder streams that are on at the same time next Monday. And we're going to play and try to juggle energy for like an hour or two and just show you guys it's not easy being cheesy. Nomad having his event right now. Make sure you guys are there. Check it out. Nomad raising money for Humane Society as well. And it's also his birthday, so make sure you're there to support him. 8 p.m. to 10. Let's see, we already talked about Strange Tangent tomorrow at noon, Tuesday, April 13th. CSAS Mita has an event on the 14th at 5 p.m. Let me see, what did you write here for CSAS Meta? Let's see. I'm going to do a tourney. We're doing 10 maps. All the maps are going to be 70% plus elimination rate. Whoever survives gets positive points, but whoever dies gets negative points. Whoever gets 0 points wins a prize. Whoever eliminated the most wins a prize, and whoever gets the most points overall gets a prize. The time is Wednesday, April 14th, from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Is that right, CSAS Meta? 5 to 6? And why juggle energy? That seems stressful. It's not juggling energy, you know? It's just about wanting to count the fours all day long. I want to count to 4, like Dave says. If you're somebody who likes to count to 4 all day. And of course, after that, we also have Warrior Wednesday on the same day. Don't forget, Final Ross Battle returns to Wednesday. He had a scheduling conflict last week. But this week, it's going to be on Wednesday, 3 p.m. Final Ross Battle. Battle Royales, win coins. Lots of fun. Make sure you get in there. Of course, on April 15th, this guy, GJC 327, 2 p.m. Eastern, D3 Dex, Submain, multicultural event. I'm also in the calendar as well. Let's look at the details in the description that Dex put in. It says, it's a live interview with Moss Tournament. Nice. We get to know each other. Germany meets the US. Submain FM and D3 Dex meet GJC 327. It's about bringing the world together. Marble communities together. It's a party. Overall, 12-hour birthday stream. And my 3rd Twitch anniversary with live DJs. Waka waka, waka waka waka. GJC is gonna get on the ones and the twos. The ones and the twos. What happened to GJC 1 through 326? They were defective clones, Adalex. Okay. Defective clones. Oh, Panther Gal sent me her poster. Let's look at it. Okay, there we go. Let's see. So you're having it on 4 different days. The 13th, which is tomorrow, from 1 p.m. to 9. You're also doing it on the 15th, the 16th, and the 17th. But every day you're starting at, I think, every day, but, oh, okay, what is this? On the 15th, you're not going to start until 4. But on the 16th and the 17th, you're going to start at 1. Okay. And it says every $50. Pie in the face? What? For every $50 raised, am I reading this right? Pie in the face? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Every $50, pie in the face. Ooh, and every $100 a Stream Raider skin giveaway, as well as $100 for Hot Bean Booze Challenge. That Hot Bean Boozle Challenge? That sounds scary. $200. Cheetah onesie, $300. Merch giveaway, $400. Yoda headband. What's a Yoda headband? $500. Ghost pepper sauce. Oh my goodness, you're willing to put yourself through a lot of things for the animals. So make sure you're there to support Panther Gal. That seems like a lot of pie. Yeah, this seems like a dangerous thing. This is going to be a lot of pies. Do you have enough for this to work out? I hope you have enough. New community. This is like a new thing we're doing this season. Major League Tilts, hosted by Jarumba. These are the details. It's going to be every Thursday from 4 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Eastern. But it's like a kind of a tilt competition. People advance, they face off. There's different divisions. If you want to know more details, make sure you check it out. We raided Jarumba yesterday. Excited that we have like a regular scheduled community tilt event. And we're starting to do a lot of the stuff for the speed tilting as well. So make sure you check that out. I know Yusuf is in charge of that, but we're going to do weekly speed tilting events as well now. I think when we figure out more details with it, I'll try to let you guys know. And I can ask Yusuf about what's going on too. Every single Thursday on this channel, play for a chance to win booze money. You know, you never know who you might meet. All Grand Prix are for booze money. It's not a lot of money. It's like $10 for every Grand Prix, but I mean, some of us could get drunk on that. Some of us actually can get drunk on that. Thirsty. Thank you, Toast. After that, we have Final Ross Battle, Zombie Run. Whoever survives the longest gets... Yeah, he finally acknowledges me. I always know you're here. Oh my god, stop. Stop, Toast. What are you talking about? I didn't acknowledge you, I'm sorry. Zombie Run, also hosted by Final Ross Battle, 3 p.m. every Friday. Whoever survives the longest gets a prize. Lots of fun, of course. Make sure you're there. Thank you, Toast. Oh, who is it? It's this guy. Move my webcam over. Oh, yeah, look at that. I mean, if you saw these two handsome mugs in a bar, wouldn't you want to come and talk to us? I gotta get a tie. He looks so nice. Make sure you're there. Fridays with Spoo and Spoo Town. We were talking yesterday. Maybe we'll one day do a special event together on Friday. Never know. If I went to bars. And what else is on Fridays? Of course, is the pizza tournament. 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern every single Friday on this channel. Play for a chance to win pizza from Lou Malnati's. You can win other things on top of it, such as cheesecake, cookies, popcorn, hot dogs, and sausages. Lots of fun. Yes, the pizza tournament. Finally, Yusuf Ali. Every single week. Twisted Tilde Showdown. Where's my Twisted Tilde Showdown shirt? I'm gonna be rocking it. Twisted Tilde Town. Twisted Tilted Showdown. Hosted by Yusuf. Usually it's Yusuf and one other guest. I'm not sure if Custom is coming back. I don't know if Custom's around. Why didn't that shout out work for Yusuf? That's weird. What did Toast do wrong on that? Huh. I know what you did wrong. It's okay. Yusuf, make sure you're there to support him. Twist the show down. I've been hosts. I've been his guest a few times. It's a lot of fun. Maybe I'll get back to it. I'll talk to him and see, as he's in charge of speed tilting too. So there's a lot of things going on in the tilt world. And I think that is it for the update. Is there anything else? No other events? Oh, MSLA. Oh my God. There it is. MSLA. It's going to be on Saturday. I am not sure when the time is going to be. I don't think Enders has said anything as far as what time. But expect that it's going to be on Saturday the 17th. 250 races, and it's going to be on Ender's channel. I'm not quite sure why the time isn't in there. Has he said anything about the time? Oh, it's going to be at 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Saturday, April 17th, 4 p.m. Eastern. The Pixel 250 will be 250 laps fresh and around the new looking boomerang. I'm sure I could get a poster from him soon. And we'll just put it magically right there. Like, ding! In the YouTube. All right. And I think that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you coming out for the update.